Hi, everyone. TGIF. Do you know what that means? Do you remember when we used to say TGIF? For those of you that don't know, that means thank God it's Friday. I am so happy to have you here with us tonight. You are watching QPAC Live, a program of the Queensborough Performing Arts Center. Tonight, we are going to have so much fun. We come to you live every week to celebrate the arts with shows that are exciting and unique. And tonight is absolutely no exception. I'm already laughing. Great to have you with us. Just a few brief announcements before we get started. You know, on Saturdays, we have a great program for the kids called Gotta Dance. It's a great way to get them up and moving and to introduce them to Broadway music and Broadway choreography. So if you're interested, if you know any children between the ages of 8 and 14, you can sign right up on our website, www.visitqpac.org. It's only $5 and it's on Saturdays from 11 to 12. The kids have a great time. Also, I want to take a moment to let you know that next week on Friday, we start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be celebrating the music of the 70s, all of the music, not just disco, but all of the music from the 70s with a live performance from the Brooklyn Soul Train. And they'll be taking requests. So do join us next Saturday at 7 p.m. And following that on Tuesday, we have Name That Tune, and it is super fun. You win prizes. There's a score sheet. It's a great thing to do with the whole family. So just some things to keep in mind. We like getting to know you. We like that you're willing to get to know us. And together, we'll get through it all. We'll get through it. So let me tell you a little bit about tonight. I stumbled across this guy. He is a viral sensation, and you cannot help but smile when you watch his videos. If you're someone of a particular age, with particular memories, then everything that this person says in his videos is going to hit you in the face, and bring back the greatest memories. And so I was glued to his page, waiting for the next video to come out. And I think you're going to share with me those sentiments when we bring him on tonight. So we're going to be talking disco. We're going to be talking about getting ready for the club, going out at 11 o'clock, maybe even midnight. In fact, I said to my niece just the other day, my God, 11 o'clock. I remember when I used to first go out, get dressed, get ready to go out at 11 o'clock. She goes, 11 o'clock, you'd go out? Really? And I thought to myself, they would not be able to keep up the kind of schedule and pace that we did at their age. So we are going to talk disco. We're going to talk going out. We're going to talk about the crazy things that we used to do. And so without further ado, I want you to help me, the man of the hour. I want you to help me welcome him, Mr. Gregory Ruben. Come on in, Gregory.
Come on, man. You don't know about this shit, kid.
Honey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hold on. I should say tonight is for mature audiences. Let's just get that right out in the way, because we're not holding anything back tonight. Gregory, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. Hanging in there. It's not the same on a Friday night, but I'm home, and as I've been in this COVID era.
Yes, but you look dapper. Look at that look at that bow tie you got sporting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. First impression's the lasting one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm representing tonight. Hold on. There it is.
Thank you.
I am representing. You have the greatest merchandise, and in fact, right now for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you are selling your pink hats, and I think what is it? Half of it goes to Susan Komen.
Correct. 50% goes to Susan G. Komen Foundation, Cancer Research Foundation for Breast Cancer Awareness.
That is terrific. All right, I'm going to ask you I want to just get the ball rolling. I mean, we're going to watch some videos and then we're going to have you back. Oh, let me tell our audience that what makes this so special, unlike when you come to the theater and, you're sitting in your seat, you're watching the show, but here, this is interactive. So you could just type in any questions or comments you have right underneath the broadcast, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, and we're going to be able to interact with you. You're going to be able to ask Gregory those questions that you've been wanting to ask him forever. I just want to get started with one or two things. Do you have a turntable?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I play Frank Sinatra, actually.
You do?
And Enya, correct. Classic music.
So classic music. So do you have a lot of like the big disco albums still, or no?
A few. I do. I have a few. In the bottle. My brother-in-law is a big-time DJ. Well, was a DJ back in his day, and I have a few things that I took from him before he left. But majority of the music I play at home, believe it or not, is classical.
It is.
Yes.
Well, that's the side of Gregory that we don't know. But we'll probably get to know a little bit more about that tonight. Okay, one more question for you just to get the ball rolling. Now, folks, I will be watching your comments. And we've got Sandra here with us, Sandra Arroyo. She goes, love watching him. Love watching him.
Hello, Sandra.
Yeah, hey. So we've got some, look, Beth's with us. Love Gregory. How can you not?
Yes. Thank you, Beth. Thank you.
My sentiments exactly. Vinny's piping in. Bring on the disco.
Hey, Vincent, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? And we've got, Helene's with us. Love this. So everybody, stick around. We're going to be able to answer your questions. So come on with the comments. First, we're gonna watch a video so you get a sense, for those of you that don't know, what Gregory's all about. Let me ask you one more question, Gregory, just for now. Pandemic aside, do you still like to go out dancing?
Absolutely. I do. I usually go. I mean, now, I live in the mountains, so the travel time is about an hour and a half to the city. But I do my parties with Tommy Musto, my partner, and we do it at Bar 13 at times with Eddie, who owns the club. But I do go out and I enjoy it still. I love dancing, but basically the house music, because there's not that many places that play the old genre of music. We throw the parties and we throw the old school music, and we enjoy it. We have a good time doing it, and the places get packed.
Arlene has a great question. I'm going to let her sneak one in before we get started here with the video. She wants to know, how do your kids roll their eyes do your kids roll their eyes when they see you on social media like her kid would? Do they roll their eyes at you?
Actually, they don't. My sons aren't really into social media, believe it or not, in their 20s. My daughter somewhat, but they just find it odd how I've gained so much popularity, but it's what I've done even on my social side, personal, being a club promoter and so forth. It just kind of has resonated.
Rosemary's with us. Susan, I can only imagine how you ruled the disco clubs. How do you know that? Must have been a true party. Well, listen, I do like to dance. There's no question about that. And, I can't deny it. I was a bit of a disco queen. Yeah, I can't deny it. So before we go any further, we're going to take many more questions. But ladies and gentlemen, we want you to get a sense of Gregory. All right. So stick around and come right back afterwards so we can engage in some great Q&A. Here we go. Hang on.
You know about this shit, kid. Summertime. What? Young, running around, crazy, not knowing what to do. just hang out with your friends and talk all day. We had conversations. What? Some days, boy. Here we go. What? Because where and you? What? You know you in love with everybody. Everybody was smiling, happy, crying. Love letters. Love letters. Yo, enjoy the Friday, baby. God bless everybody. Thank you for loving my madness. Your tender. Oh, love. Oh, shit, what? Come on, baby. Hey, God bless. And like I said, man, you don't know about this shit, kid. Let's go, Friday, what? Haha, God bless. Peace. You don't know about this shit, kid. You don't know about this shit, kid. Yo, roller skating. What? Stars. Skate key. Who like? Come on. Who didn't roll to this, man? Backwards. And then that beat came on like. And here we go. Come on, what? You were rolling back around. What? Come on, baby. You remember them days? Come on. Right, here we go. Everybody. Come on. That's that shit, kid. Roll bounce, baby. Come on, man. Some days, baby. Rydell boots, all American wheels. You got to stop. Stop it. Yo, God bless. Stay smiling. Like I always say. You don't know about this shit, kid. They remember it, baby. Peace. You don't know about this shit, kid. Remember that shit? You were like, ah. I got stories of the song. This record came on, my aunt was dancing doing the rock. She was so into the song, she flipped her car keys, and we couldn't find them for hours. Why? They flew into the sofa. Oh, what? And what? Come on, the hustle, smile, dancing. What? Come on, man. What? Let's go. do? Come on, man. They don't. I miss this shit. Yo, God bless everybody. Stay smiling, man. And like I said, man, you know about this shit, kid. Peace. You don't know about this shit, kid. Who remembers this record? It can't always be dance music, man. Those are the time when you dedicated records to someone, right? The guys make cassette tapes with all the love songs and all the words that meant something to that person. Nice little letter, a rose, dropped it off. The girl went back and played it. Oh my God, he loves me. Who does that now? But I bet you sent a snap, a tweet. Not the same, man. I mean, you felt these words. And you cried even if you were happy. Right? You were like... right? Come on, man. You fantasize about that relationship. You're at home with butterflies in your stomach, hoping to call her and talk to her the next day. No, now we got Tinder. Oh, I want to see her tonight. Love, man. Romance. And I don't know, man. My old school, baby. Time when things meant everything. I just wanted to bring it back a little bit on a love tip. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. God bless. Thank you to everybody. I know my madness is crazy, out of control, but it's what I do. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You were dying to slow dance, boy. Stay cool. God bless. Love to all, man. Like I said, man, you don't know about this shit, kid. Peace out. You know about this shit, kid. Come on, man. You don't know about this shit, kid. You remember this record? came in the club, right? You were like walking around, see everybody, make sure you spotted the girl, the guy you wanted, right? You're like, you gotta look around my head, right? I'm my eyebrow. Everybody cool? You got it? You got your cologne on? All right, cool. Let's go. The circle. What? Come on, everybody had the spray hair, wild clothes, colors. You know, you got into that circle and you were just dancing like a mad person. The web or whatever. And you were like this. Right, here we go. Come on, man. Amazing times. Electrifying music, right? Just yo, they don't do it like this anymore, man. Stay cool, stay humble, stay smiling. And like I said, man, you don't know about this shit, kid. You don't know about this shit, kid. This brings it back, though. Like, back. My parents' days. You know what I mean? Like, I do love you. But it's all right. Now you were like, come on, man. The feeling, the deep, the what? One guy, 4 guys in the back, same steps. But it had meaning. And they were dressed real nice, proper, gentleman-like. You know what I'm saying? Not like these tight pants, past the knees, no belt. Harmonies. You know, they don't make it like this no more, man. Even with men with gentlemen, women were courted. Now it's a joke. They send a naked picture on Snapchat, Insta message. They think that that's good. Nah, bro. Call them, man. Call them. Say, what's up? Can I take you out? Sit down and have a conversation. Alright? Come on, man. You don't know about this shit, kid. Woo! God bless, man. Stay healthy. Stay smiling. I know I'm crazy, but God bless all of y'all. Peace. Come on, man. You don't know about this shit, kid. Remember that shit? Come on, man. Old school, long phone cords. Went around the whole house, kitchen to the bathroom, and you stood there talking to your friend for like 90 hours. What? Memories, man. How many dedications did you make to this record? How many roller skating nights? Late nights, overnight, break night? What? Come on, man. You were like, yeah, them good songs, right? hours to come over, hang out, and then chill on the stoop. What? Chill on the stoop for hours, man. Just talking, having a good time. Summer nights. Nothing to do. Nothing. Just chilling with your friends. Right? Yeah, man. See, in my block, we made up games. I had a game called Tap Tap. Everybody had to hide. And whoever made it called Tap Tap. Damn, you don't know about that shit, kid. Homestead crew, baby. Holla at your boy, man. Yo, enjoy, man. God bless, man. Memories, baby. Always, all day, old school. Stay smiling, baby, and God bless. And like I said, man, you know about this shit, kids. Monterey, baby. You know about this shit, kid. When you hear this record, what does it bring you? You think about smiles. Maybe you broke up with your girlfriend, you got with a guy, who knows what you did. But you know you were smiling when Find the Rage record came on. Summertime for me. All my friends in the park, just hanging, stick ball. Sergio Valente, Jordache jeans, La Tigre. What? Come on, man. Who went to Jew Man at Hunts Point? Stop it. All the coats, all the deals. Come on, puff leather, sheepskin. I have blue with the blue hat. Come on, British walking. What? Stop! Come on, man. I had the Kazal too. Don't get it twisted. I was, enriched with style. All right? What? Yo, stop. Come on, man. Stay smiling, baby. We need that. Come on, man. Holla at your boy, man. And God bless. And like I always say, man, you know about this shit, kid. Peace. Come on, man. You don't know about this shit, kid. Remember this record. Lily.
Look at me. I have fallen so in love with you.
Come on. But you know what the best part was? Remember when we took our answering machine and the radio came on and you were like, hold on. Doo. Hey, you've reached Gregory, Ruben. I'm not in right now. But leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Peace. Click. And you, what? Remember that? You were like, come on, Stacey Lattisaw. Slow dance. Remember getting butterflies in your stomach when you want to ask that girl to dance and you were like, damn, I hope she says yes. You were hoping, boy, right? On that slow jam, that end of the night, just to make sure you had it. What happened to slow jams? Like, what happened to dedicating a song to somebody instead of twerking all day? I'm telling you, man, internet, social media, and I know I'm doing what I'm doing, but changed the world, man. So much innocence back then. I mean, you broke up, you listened to sad songs. got together, you listen to these songs. It's just the way life was, man. Best of times, man. Best of times. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and thank you for everything. God bless you all. And like I always say, you don't know about this shit, kid. Peace. Come on, better time, man. Unity, baby. Holla at your boy, man. You don't know about this shit, kid.
Can they be that close?
What?
Just let me state for the record. We're giving love and a family.
Come on, man.
We are family.
Everybody, baby, come on, man. What? Love one another, man. Stay humble. God bless you all, man. Word, smile. Here we go.
And we just begun to get our share of this world. Still alive, I hope we have for the future and our goals inside.
Yo, God bless. Stay humble. Stay remembering, man. Smile, baby. It means something. God bless. And like I always say, you don't know about this shit, kid.
This is our family jewel.
Peace.
Gregory, come on back. Yay!
Some of the videos I haven't seen in a long time.
That
That was
it
funny.
was so every single story just paints a picture in my mind. I mean, listen, we've got questions lining up here, so we're just going to go for it. First of all, I want to know, why are all the videos, except for the dancing ones, filmed in your car?
That's why I listen to my music, believe it or not. If it's not between there, going to the gym, you know, I listen to it in the gym, but that's when I'm really playing my music. You know, that style of music. Like I said, I don't play that music at home. It's only in the car or in the gym when I'm training. So I get inspired. You know, everything that's done is done just spontaneously. I don't think about it. It's what I feel. When I hear the music, I'll pull over and I'll say what I say.
So so the music, is it on a CD or what is it on in your car?
I have from CD to USB to an iPod. Everything's hooked up to my car.
And you play it in the car. Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you roller skate? I mean, can you roller skate? Did you roller skate?
Yeah, I did. I rolled at Stars, roller rink, skate key, the Palace.
Okay.
I have my Rydell boots.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, yeah, but you have the big stop.
Let me tell you. No, I'm talking. This is a classic. By the way, they still fit me, and I actually did take them for a little ride. But wait a minute. You didn't notice. Did you notice these sparkly?
Oh, the sparkle ones.
These girls, let me tell you, my sister Adele and I used to go roller skating, and she used to take, I mean, you know, she used to go, my older sister, she used to go with her friends, and she used to take me, which is so fabulous because I was the, you know, the rotten baby sister, but she used to take me. And when you did going backwards, I could remember, it's a horrible story, but now it's sort of a badge of honor. But I remember my sister trying to work on her back moves, you know, and she went right down, concussion, but she got right back up, started skating again because that's what you did.
Yeah.
We have a question. They want to know what clubs did you? We did. Dell's going. We did. We did. We used to go. What clubs did you go to, Gregory? What was your favorite club?
I didn't have a favorite club. What club didn't I go to? Copa, 1018, Roxy's, Lemon Tree, Better Days, Bruce Forrest used to spin. God bless him, an old friend of mine. A lot of Frankie Knuckles clubs. He was a very dear friend of mine too. Limelight, the Fun House.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who? I love it. Who's in the back there calling out the clubs?
Oh, my wife just said Limelight. She just said that.
She's so cute. Yep, that's right. She's right. Fun House.
A lot of underground clubs that I can't remember their names. They were, they weren't commercialized clubs. Like I had told you, we talked about this before. Bruce Forrest, Louis Vega, Frankie Knuckles, that spun there on a Wednesday night. I didn't hang normally on a Friday or Saturday. I hung out during the week. That's what the industry heads hung out. And Friday and Saturday were like we slept. So I went everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere.
It says I went to all of them.
Devil's Nest was a big deal. So, I'll show you a lot of people about Devil's Nest.
Yeah. So did you hustle back then? Did you know how to hustle?
No, actually, I didn't know how to hustle.
Mm-hmm.
My wife does. I didn't. Between hustling, Latin music, I was a club kid and dance club music. That's what I to this day I do.
So let me ask you a question. So you talked about the slow jams, which I love. I mean, I feel so bad that like today's generation, the 20-something, even the 30-something, they don't know what it's like to go into a club and to get those butterflies, and to get the courage up to walk over and ask someone to dance with you, no less a slow dance. I mean, if somebody asked you to slow dance, you were like dating, you were like dating. And let me ask you, I mean, did you get turned down a lot? I mean, did you go over and ask the girls to dance? Did you get turned down a lot or ever?
No.
Damn. Really?
No.
Son of a gun.
I mean, we're talking about high school dances primarily. In that time, that's when they did the slow jams. And you asked, but the end of the night, it was a big deal. My kids know about slow jam music because I played it a lot. They all, especially my youngest is really adversed in music. He knows from Frank Sinatra to Young Easy, whatever those names are. He's pretty well cultured in that music. But it's a lost art, and I think that's part of the anti-socialism, because now nobody gets together, and that's that main part of getting to know that person. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Ivy wants to know, what mementos do you have from the 70s?
Oh, 70s. I was very young. Only memento I can say I have is from my parents. They wrote about, my biggest artist was Tom Jones. I love Tom Jones.
Me too.
From Tom Jones to the Beatles, Frank Sinatra, all that stuff was played in my house. My dad and my parents played that a lot. So, it was a cultural situation for me. So that's why I grew up with that music, and I loved it so much, and I cherish it, to this day. So, but mementos, I got a few old school albums that I have, and my mother has them in California, my stuff. But yeah,
well, Gregory, I have to tell you, this is going on. I'm watching the comments. They're flying in. We're trying to keep up with them. But Joan started something. I think she's on Facebook tonight. We've got people on Facebook and people on YouTube, and she's starting a riot over there. She wants to have a virtual disco night with Gregory. She wants you in a room, in a Zoom room, playing the music, all of us dancing. We've got a ton of people going, I'm in.
I got the DJ. I got Tommy Musto. I mean, he's my DJ. So, we'll rock and roll. I'll talk to him about it. I think we'll have to do it.
I think you have to do it. You just have to do it. Virtual, a virtual, DJ with dance with Gregory. Do you share? Joan also wants to know, do you share your playlists?
I don't. It's not really a playlist. It's not something that's on Spotify and stuff like that. I just have a variation of music all over the place. Like I said, I still have the original iPod, literally the first one, and I use that. You know, I play all my music on it. A lot of at that time, a lot of the iPods then you can't transfer music over again. You know what I mean? So I have lots of on CD. I have on my website all the music that I have is done by different DJs. So I give away free music to those that go on the website and purchase something. And I have a variation from hustle, disco, hip hop, old school hip hop, reggae, and I have 9 different volumes from different DJs.
That's so great. Rosemary's asking me. She's asking, what mementos do you have besides your skates? Well, listen, Rosemary. I think pulling out my skates was like, I mean, very telling. But I will tell you, I actually have one more thing that I just couldn't part with that actually works. I have. It's really embarrassing. I have an 8-track player.
Oh.
I have a real 8-track player that you carried around and you plugged in, and then you remember those 8 tracks? They were those huge tapes, and you pushed them in. I actually have it, and believe it or not, it still works. But beyond that, well, it's a good thing that platform shoes are so in, because I loved them then and I love them now. So, why do you think these stories resonate with people, Gregory?
It's a lost art. This just to get into it, this all started because of my friend Yvonne, who passed away from cancer. And, I was doing the videos for her. She was my neighbor. I grew up with her. She was older than me and had moved to Seattle. And when I found out, about her cancer, I was just sending videos and just reminiscing the time that we had, sitting on front porch all the time, and the music we played. I think that it's just because we've lost that part of socialism, that get together type, where, you had your friends come over and you stood together talking about nothing but everything. You didn't come in with a certain situation about what happened yesterday. We just talked all day, and that's what's missing. Which has been a little overwhelming for me. I've gotten a lot of messages from cancer patients, and I got emotional on one of my videos because people are telling me how they've been able to surpass their time doing chemo because of my videos. And I'll be honest, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Fortunately, my wife and I were invited this summer, actually, a friend of ours named Donna now, who followed me on my videos and invited us to her beach house in Jersey Shore. I didn't know what to expect. I told my wife, honey, let's just go. I don't want to say no. We went, and I met her dear friend named Brooks, who's battling cancer. And she gave us a story about how the videos have touched her heart. And it overwhelms me. It gets emotional talking about it. But, it's for some reason, I resonate somehow. And I still don't understand how. To be honest, I don't.
The greatest stories. You mentioned your wife. One of our viewers wanted to know, do you and your wife dance around the house at all? Do you still dance together?
I slow dance with her when I put the music on. We'll tend to do stuff of that nature. I've noticed since I was 15 years old. So she knows my madness already.
Ah, yeah. That is so good. Elvira's right. Elvira's saying, yep, you talk about nothing and everything. Nothing and everything, which is really so true. So, what part of this, you mentioned growing up, what part of the city did you grow up in?
In the Bronx, off Castle Hill by Parkchester, but near the water on Olmsted Avenue, in a private house. My grandparents, I lived with them many years until because my parents lived downstairs. It was a mother-daughter home. And, I had all my friends, and I grew up on Olmsted Avenue, and we hung out every single night. After school, I went to Catholic school. We got home, we did my homework. My grandparents had my food ready. And then once I was done, I went outside and played with my friends. And then about, I think 5:30, 5:45, you heard Gregory, and my grandma was calling me to come in. So, and to this day, I'm still very good friends with a lot of the people on the block. I have to mention this. So I have a very good friend of mine, my very dear friend of mine named Kevin Verwain. Kevin, he lives in Atlanta now, and he's always pushed me to continue this thing with You Don't Know About This Shit. And we used to always say, yo, what's up, kid? And it kind of plugged in together. Well, You Don't Know About This Shit, kid. And he kept, Greg, you got to keep on. You got to keep on. You're going to be on Ellen. I'm like, oh, stop it. That's just, I'll just do it with that way. And, it's kept on. So that's where we are.
I love it. So when you went out to the clubs, I mean, were you a suit guy or were you like an open neck gold chains
Oh,
guy?
no.
I mean, what's with the bow tie? Like what? Where does that all come in?
I got my style, believe it or not, from Phil Collins. Phil Collins, if you watch him, he's always wear his suit, t-shirt, or tie, and he wore Pro Keds. They're called Pro Keds. Now they're called Chuck Taylors, but they were Pro Keds. And my wife doesn't like when I wear my sneakers, but I like wearing suits with sneakers. And to this day, I still do. I'm very fashionable on what matches to my socks, to anything. I like to match perfectly. I've always been anal about clothing, and my parents always taught me first impression's the lasting one. So I've always I was awarded best dress in school. So
Were you a player?
My wife says I was. If you ask her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think that I was. For me, it you had those guys that it was very hard for them to talk to girls. I didn't have that stigma.
So you weren't shy. You were confident.
No, where it came from, my mother to this day will tell me she had no idea where it came from. But yeah, I wasn't a big person. At that time, maybe I'm 5'7", so I was very, very thin. But I had no issues. So,
do you remember someone from the viewers want to know? Do you remember Son of Sam, when Son of Sam was hitting the clubs and that whole thing? We were young, but I was aware of it. There was this Son of Sam.
Yeah, no, I had no clue. You gotta remember. Like today, it was funny because my wife and I talked about this the other day. We didn't watch the news. We read the news, obviously. It wasn't as big on media. So I didn't know much about what was happening around the world like you do today. I think that's another issue, that's going on too. So, you were oblivious to a lot of things. You knew what was going on around your area, around your block, and amongst your friends, but you only heard about certain things. Did you hear about that? Did you listen to that? And obviously the music on the radio, you heard music from the radio. So, that's where we were at that time.
Crazy. I remember that time because I have two older sisters. So I remember the fear because he was meeting these girls in the club, and in fact, he hit a club in Queens, Eliphas, right? Joan who's watching us says Eliphas, right? He hit Eliphas, and that was Elvira's remembering it now. She says that was so scary. All of us long-haired brunette girls. Yes, Elvira. Yes, he liked dark-haired girls. That's right. I remember they used to put their hair up because that's what he was targeting. He was targeting long-haired brunette girls. Crazy.
Yeah, at that time, I wasn't going to clubs yet. I was too young.
You were still too young. Ivy says Son of Sam was in 1976.
Yeah,
we were at
11 years old.
Eliphas. That's right. That's right. We remember the crazy. So, what do you miss about those? That time. You think the socializing?
No, I'll be honest. I miss my friends. You get older, you have children. I don't see why that should stop. I have my best friends that we still get together. He's got children, and I've known him since 8th grade. We talk, and now we FaceTime. Yeah. But I think that's the biggest part. Me being, I live, like I said, I live pretty far. I live in the woods, so I'm not really big on gathering at my private home. I'm big on meeting people. Mm-hmm. I don't mind that, and getting together with friends and just talking. And now you get older and you go and meet them when someone passes or someone's sick. And I think that, you need to call them and talk. I called a lot of my old friends still to this day. Even if I don't get a call back, I'll say, hey, how you doing? Like I have a friend that I've known since the 4th grade, literally. And she just had knee surgery. So we still talk, and so, it's just stuff like that I just miss that togetherness, and that excitement just to go see your friend. It wasn't a big deal,
That's it.
About what you have, I don't care if you live in a tent, we're still friends, so.
Brooke says music is the best medicine for the heart and soul. Love to Gregory for keeping us smiling.
I appreciate it.
Which is so true. Julia remembers an incident with Son of Sam. She says that she had an incident when she was with her mother when we thought we ran into him. Really scary, crazy.
Wow.
Oh wait, Julia's with me. She says, "Don't be embarrassed about the 8-track. She still has one."
That's great. Hey, I wish I had it.
Right on. I just can't seem to. What do you do? Throw it away? I mean, it was such good memories. I remember, running into a corner of a room where nobody was there, nobody was, and putting in the 8-track, and it was like heaven. It was like transported me to a great place.
I have a cassette player downstairs in the basement. I have my old speakers and my setup down in the basement. So.
Yes. Okay. We're asking we're going to do that right now for you. Folks, if you are interested in purchasing any of the merchandise, Gregory has hats and sweatshirts. I'm wearing the t-shirt right here.
Wait, correction.
Yes.
It's the abbreviation, but it's .equid.com.
Hold on a minute. Let's fix that right now. Tell us
ECWID.
Wait, is that after the K?
Yeah, after K Equid, ECWID.com.
All right, hold on a minute. We're going to get it right up.
Yeah, there you go.
That's okay, so sorry, folks. That was a little mistake. We got it now. And of course, that we know what that stands for. You don't know about this.
You don't know about that shit, kid.
Yeah. So there we go. We're going to leave that up for a little bit in case anybody wants to buy some of the things. So, question for you. Do you think you could pull an all-nighter now?
I have.
Stop it.
Yeah. When I'm in Miami, I lose my mind.
Yes?
Yeah. I have my parties in Miami. My wife knows we used to go. Two of my best friends, we made a thing every year we met for spring break till the past 2 years ago. Every year we go and party our asses off.
That is awesome. I guess like for me, I kind of get to like I'm tired around the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But then if I make it past 11, I'm in.
Well, let me explain something to you. So being home and going out to the city is different for me. Like I'll leave the club 2, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because I have an hour and a half drive to get home. In Miami, I know that I don't have to drive. It's all mental because the drive is pretty tiring.
Right.
My wife gets tired when she goes out and gets home at 2 o'clock. But when in Miami, you got no reason to drive, so you just get into an Uber. Now you get into an Uber. Before it was a cab, and we hang out and we break night. So yeah, I still do it at 53. I still do it.
Love it. I'm also, it's funny. I have to tell the viewers, Gregory and I were talking earlier before the show. And we found out we had something in common, which was we don't know how old we are.
Yeah.
He said to me, and this is really the honest to God truth. He said to me, he goes, wait a minute, he goes, I really don't know my age. And I said to him, funny, you should say that because, if you go to like a doctor's office or something and they go, how old are you? And I really have to go, just give me a minute. Give me a minute because and I guess it's a good thing because age is just a number. But I usually have to turn to one of my sisters to say, how old am I? I simply will not, it just won't penetrate. Just won't go,
I'm good with the age. I'm okay. I earned it. I've, like I said, I met my wife when I was 15. I'm 53 and my kids are grown. I'm a grandfather, but it is what it is.
Vinny wants to know, do you like Pitbull's music? Just curious.
Okay. Some of the tracks, I like some of the tracks that he's made. Nothing against it. I can go through a lot of producers that I like or don't like. You know.
Yeah. Gregory, tell me a little bit, because I know that you're a music manager. I mean, you've been in this business for a long time. It's not like you just started. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And you know,
not to get into too many details.
give us a little.
You Google my name and I come up everywhere. So I created Move to Swing Productions. Move to Swing created the hit record Free by Alternate, who's managed by Bill Coleman.
Free to do what you want. That one?
Yeah, you're free to do what you want to do. Yeah, that's Alternate, dear friend, and so is Bill Coleman, her manager. I was in the business a very long time, and as cutthroat as it is, yeah, I got to the point where I had to just scale off. And,
yep.
You know, take a break. So, but I dabble still. You know, we have some projects that we're working on still, and I keep everything hush hush.
So we may sometime soon we may hear a new song and that has your name on it in some capacity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I had a hit record, top 10 Billboard Dance about 4 or 5 years ago. But NASA, you know, you heard her. Yeah, we had a hit dance record. So on Tommy Boy Records. I was an industry head for a long time. So
Gregory Joan is still pushing for that virtual class. She just keeps talking about it. I think I'll tell you the truth. It would be fun to have a virtual, you know, disco party.
Hey, we'll do it.
Let's do it. You know, let's get the DJ in there and let's get the room popping, and you know, we'll make some room and we'll dance and we'll have some great fun.
I got DJ Blast. I got Tommy. So it's not like I don't have people that will spin. So it's all love.
Now we're going to take a few, to my friends out there, we're going to take just a few more questions. We are beginning to wrap up. So if you have a question, type them in now so I can get them to Gregory. So what do you think would happen? What do you think would happen if we got a bunch of 20-year-olds in a club now? I mean, what would that look like?
Well, actually, I've gone. When my daughter was bartending in the city, it was weird. I just finished a session at the studio. Went to go visit her, and I noticed everybody on their phone. And I was like, honey, what's the deal with everybody on their phone? I mean, you know, I remember we were trying to look for girls and find where they were, and, you know, not worrying about us taking a selfie. You know, like everybody's interested in somebody else's. They were talking to each other. I was like, you know, that's what I'm talking about, that it's such a sad time. So, you know, it's horrible. So, you know, what do you do?
We've got Louisa wants to know, can we hire you for a party?
Sure.
Gregory, what would you do with that? I mean, what would you
actually, I have been already. I was a VJ at a party in Miami, and they just wanted me to keep saying, "You don't know about this shit, kid," and that's what I did.
Not a bad gig. Not a bad gig at all. So I'm going to, while we're waiting for we're giving everybody a few more minutes in case a question comes to mind. We want to, because, you know, we see you in the videos, but we don't always get to interact with you. So this is really important. Once again, I want to tell everybody before we do end the night, you can buy merchandise. And also, if you feel so inclined, if you're having fun tonight, think about making a donation. Help us keep the arts alive. Next week, we're sticking with the 70s. Gregory, do me a favor. Just turn me down a little bit on your end, because I think I'm reverbing a little bit. Please, if you are so inclined, any amount is fine. There's a donation link right up there right now. Help keep the arts alive. Next week, we're bringing in the Brooklyn Soul Train. It is a live duo, and they're going to be playing all the music from the 70s. They'll take your requests. So come back on Friday at 7 p.m. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because then you'll know when we go live. And, you know, we have a lot of fun here. So I'm going to go back and see what we have here. Well, interesting. Ivy has a great question. If you were only 11 in 1976, you must have gotten interested in disco at the tail end of it. So what made you get involved? Was it because you loved to dance, or what was it?
Yeah, the music, the live instrumentation, the construction of the music. You know, it brings you to that time. And it's great the way it was produced. And my parents were hustle heads, and they danced all the time. So it was beautiful to see. I just loved the music, and we're talking about hustle period. So the hustle period came for me, I figure 76 or 67, I was born, about 11, 12 years old. So, in my 20s, I still resonated with that era, and I loved it. They used to call me, I had an old soul. And I loved all the old music. I loved it, from the phonics. My dad always played all the classicals as well, all the old music. And, you sit there in the car going, oh, I got to hear this music. But now you appreciate it. So look at the irony. And that's how it was.
You are so right. Rosemary says, what song artist introduced disco? What song artist do you think introduced disco, and who do you think is the greatest disco artist or song?
Bee Gees for me.
Oh yeah.
I was fortunate enough to my parents took me to see the Bee Gees and Andy Gibb perform with Olivia Newton-John. I was a big fan of Andy Gibb. I was devastated when he OD'd.
Yeah.
But it was a time I saw it at Madison Square Garden. So I got into that. I mean, I'm not going to, from Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta, but I listened to the Bee Gees before that. So, and it was my parents. So that's who I would say, out the gate.
Yeah, I was a big Andy Gibb fan too. My sisters will tell you, shadow dancing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, Rosemary says they do call Donna Summer the queen of disco. Yeah, they call her the queen of disco. So that's probably right. Bee Gees, absolutely. So let me I'm gonna tell you, Gregory, some of my fondest memories of that time. I mean, I was young, but okay. You talk about it in your videos, love it. The radio song dedications. Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, you would just die to hear on the radio, if Susan, if you're out there, whatever, John wants to tell you, he's thinking about you, and then the song would come. I mean, oh my God, that was the greatest feeling that is such a lost art.
Yeah, it is.
Dedicating a song to someone. I mean, how great is that?
Well, that's not what happens anymore today. I'm sure of that. No one thinks about that because everybody's too busy twerking.
Oh my goodness, they don't know what they're missing. And no. what about the answering machine? Gregory, the answer. Do you know how many times I would sit and I would run back and forth between my answering machine and my stereo to make sure that I had the timing right up, perfect. Yeah. Then we have to go, whatever, get down, boogie, woogie, woogie, beep, hi, hi, you just caught me, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
But beep. And how many times did I run back and forth because it had to be exactly right? I mean, it doesn't get better than that. No. It doesn't get better than that. And then I'm watching the comments. Yeah, radio song dedications. Love it. Donna says, absolutely.
Oh, Donna, that's Donna from the Beach House.
Oh, Donna, I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad you're with us. And Elvira says, we used to wait all day sometimes to hear a dedication. Yeah. And it was like, when is it coming? Is mine going to be next? And also, what about, and then, okay, you talk about the telephone cord.
Oh, yeah. Take it all upstairs and go into the closet and lock it. And it was like 35 feet long.
I used to wrap that thing around the house wherever I go. And my parents would be like, you're stretching it out. Yeah. But it didn't, that was, because you know what happens? What happened, you wanted some privacy, but you were attached to that cord. You were attached to the cord. So you had to pull it to go someplace, go into a corner and get, have your privacy.
Yeah, I remember when I had my first cordless phone with the big antenna. It was like ridiculous. I remember the color was gray. And I was like, oh my God, it's cordless. It's beautiful. But, time. It's, I mean, look, I guarantee you, all the disco clothes, they're coming back. Because it's a revolving door. You're going to have flares back and the whole nine. It's the way it is.
Well, that's perfectly fine with me because I'll be ahead of the game. And the other thing I used to think about is, I mean, we used to go out late. We used to stay out late all night. I didn't drink. So
I wasn't a drinker either.
I wasn't. It was just the atmosphere and the music and the dancing and your friends. And we'd stay out, crazy. And then there were times we'd stay out till, all night essentially.
We'll have White Castle or pizza.
And then we'd have breakfast. But the thing is, do you remember you're feeling the next day? I mean, you were tired, but you felt so good.
Yeah. I got up and no problem. I could be till this day. I've come home at 4 a.m. and let's say my son had a game at 8. I got up at 7, showered, went to the game, and I slept the next day. So, I can still do those things.
I love it. That hilarious telephone call. Too funny. We can all relate to that.
Yeah.
We really can. We really can. And I think, the only really scary thing for me was coming home and not knowing if I was going to be facing my mother at the door or my father at the door.
Yeah.
But I knew somebody was going to be out the door going, hello.
Yeah, I didn't have. I had permission all the time, so I never had that problem.
Adele's asking, my sister Adele's with us. Disco is coming back. Were you always a great dancer? You've got some great moves.
I mean, I've always danced. I mean, I loved it, so it's just in my blood.
Well, speaking of that, we are going to Gregory. It is so much fun having you here. First of all, we look forward to the new albums coming out. We want to know all about it. I'm putting up your merchandise again. And we look forward to the virtual disco. Listen, don't disappoint because
I won't. I usually don't.
Okay, because we are ready and Joan will there won't be any consoling her. We've got to have, I'm telling you, people's hands are going up. We've got to have a virtual disco night. That would be so spectacular. Want to just give a quick shout out to our sponsors tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you all and appreciate your trust in us that we're doing the right thing. And don't forget to be with us next Friday. So, Gregory, if you don't mind, I've been practicing all week. I've been practicing my chair moves. And I know, nobody has as good of chair moves as you do. So if you don't mind, I want to take us out with some music. And I'm putting it out there for everyone. We want you to chair move with us. If you want to get up and dance, but you need to get up or you need to move in your chair. But we're going to take it out with some music. And I'm just taking a quick look now. Folks are saying, yeah, great times, never slept. Virtual disco night. So we got it all.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, Gregory. Thanks for spending this great time with us. Looking forward to your next to your future videos. And hold on, we're gonna take you out with some music. Let's get this party started. Hang on.
Oh, come on, huh? You know about this shit, dude.
Yes.
Show you how to party right.
That's how you do it, baby.
Shade of the night. Show you how to party right. Gonna be a lot of people ready. Wanna be ready.
Best days, the best days.
From everywhere. I'm getting ready.
Work.
Come on, baby, 'cause we're gonna do it right. I'm getting ready.
Oh, the best days. The best days.
Work,
Work, Sterling.
just put your hands together when the music starts. Show you how to party right. Show you tonight.
Come on, man.
Dance the night away. Shake your body up and down tonight.
Let's go, baby. Work that one.
I'm gonna shake it up tonight.
Work, Donna.
I'm gonna shake my body tonight. I'm gonna shake it up.
Come on, man. You know about this.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you. Thanks for coming.